This is Chairman Sampson giving an update of what's going on here at Pyramid Lake Indian Reservation. Today I'd like to talk about a couple of things, and as we move along, I'll have a guest that'll be here, Stephen Wadsworth, talking about the iPads, but that's for later. Right now, I'd like to start first with our tribal election. We've got a 2020 tribal election coming up, the primary, in which the tribal chairman's position is going to be coming up, vice chairman position, and 4 tribal council members for 2-year terms, okay? Deadline date for the candidacy is Friday, October the 2nd, 2020 at 4:30 p.m. So you need to get down here and get that information so that you can declare your candidacy, okay? Moving on. I'm going to do an update on the COVID-19 epidemic here. This is information I got from Donna Brown just a little while ago. And I'll do the breakdown per our communities right now. In the Nixon area, we have 3 that are quarantined. Excuse me, I said Nixon, but at Sutcliffe there's 3 that are quarantined in Sutcliffe, 9 in Nixon, 3 in Wadsworth, and 10 non-resident, so a total of 25. So we did get a jump in our COVID cases here on the reservation. The total positive throughout this whole ordeal is 74, with 47 that have recovered. All right, that's the update on that we have with from the clinic there on our cases of COVID. There's another thing on information. Everybody that I've talked to, they said, well, where is the information that you guys have been from the tribal council? What's going on? We don't know what's going on here. In our last newsletter, we did have a pie chart that shows how much funding of the CARES Act that we've actually spent, and along with that, with that were the projects that are in place that on where we're working at and how we're moving and using the CARES Act money. And it doesn't go anywhere but to these projects, and these are things that are going to help the communities. So if you really want to look at this, you can find it in our August newsletter. Okay, it's there. The other thing, we'll be talking about where you can find the tribal minutes. They're on the website. So again, all you have to do is go to the Pyramid Lake tribal website, and as Stephen comes on, we'll discuss that. Okay. Well, today you all know my guest is Stephen Wadsworth. He is our IT technician here at Pyramid Lake for the tribe. And today we want to discuss a little bit about the iPads and the hotspots. Stephen, how are these things getting out? Are they getting out to the public, I mean to our tribal membership?
They are. Thank you for having me. Yes, I've given out about 20 so far. For people that have filled out the applications, which are right on our website.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Are we denying any? Or?
Yes, we've had to deny a handful of people only because their children go to schools that have already given out equipment, or have told me that they have enough equipment on hand for every student.
Are all the schools handing out equipment to the kids?
No. I've called 19 schools in the area from the applications that have come in, and it really is all over the place. I've only had about 3 schools that say they have a device on hand or have already given out a device to every student.
Oh, I see. Are we having any trouble with our hotspots and locations of Wadsworth, Sutcliffe, and Nixon?
No, I haven't really heard any complaints. Really, the complaints that come in are from the ones that people have been given, especially in the Sutcliffe community, that the ones that Washoe County provided do not work in Sutcliffe.
Oh, so what can we do to help them with that?
So our Wi-Fi hotspots do work in Sutcliffe.
They do?
Right, and that has to do with the carrier.
Okay, what is it? What carrier is it?
So Verizon, as a lot of people know, is the only thing that works in Sutcliffe, and the ones that Washoe County had given out were T-Mobile.
Okay, so basically, if their T-Mobile isn't working, they can come and check out one of the,
Right.
and then checking it out, do they have to return them?
No, no.
Okay.
After they fill out the application and we give it to them, it's theirs to keep. That
Is it-
includes the iPads.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Our tribal members, these are iPads and these hotspots are being given to you guys for your use, your children's use. So as we're moving along, if you have a need, reach out to Stephen Wadsworth, our IT, and we'll see what we can do to get you that equipment. There was another question I wanted to ask you too. In the distant learning module in Washington County, does all the schools, did you cover that? They're giving it out to every child?
No. Out of the schools that I've called just for Washoe County alone, their distance learning situation is all over the place. No school that I've called has a uniform distance learning program that they're using.
Okay.
Some have, are full distance learning. Some are doing a hybrid model. It just depends on really which school your kid goes to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that we're going to have to just really monitor everybody and make sure that every one of our children that do need these devices can get one. But again, Stephen's called the schools that are actually giving stuff out to our kids and making sure, who gets them and who has gotten them.
Right.
So we're not duplicating anything, okay? So again, we're moving forward with that project, and it's working out, and I'm happy to hear that. The other thing, I was looking at what was being asked of me. Well, where is all the information at? The newsletter. Where can we find the newsletter? Where can we find minutes to the tribal council meetings? And I went on there to look for it, and it took me a little time to find out exactly where the minutes were in the very beginning. But could you explain where you can find the meeting minutes of the tribal council?
Sure. So our website is plpt.nsn.us, and that'll bring you to the main page, and you'll see a lot of things right on the front. First thing is always going to be us explaining, who we are, what the lake is about. And then right underneath that, you'll see like the iPad applications, the welfare grant application was on there, all of the higher ed applications that we did, all that was on there. After funding went out, we took it off. But you'll see just a whole bunch of COVID information, and that's right on the front page. For the minutes and like the newsletter, if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, it's right there, Numa News. Click it, and then it brings up the whole list of, I believe, all of this year.
Yes.
And then for the tribal council minutes, over on the left again, a lot of everything that you're going to be looking for is going to be located on the left-hand side. But there's a departments page, and you click it, and it brings up every department for the tribe. Every department. And the very first one on there is tribal council.
So basically, on the left-hand side of the page, you scroll down Pyramid Lake, and then it goes to another area, then Numa News, and then departments, I believe, is something around in that area.
Yeah, it's right there on the left-hand side. You don't even need to scroll. It is just right there on the left.
So you just click on departments.
Click on departments, and the very first department listed is tribal council. You click on that. And again, on the left-hand side, there's meeting minutes, and I believe we have the last 3 years uploaded.
Okay, good.
So if anybody would like to look at the minutes, you can get on there and peruse.
Okay, I do understand that sometimes our meeting minutes aren't out there because they're being proofed and, making sure everything's done. So basically, the update is what is on there right now, and then there's some that it might be pending.
Right.
Okay, good. So basically what we're trying to get to you guys out there to you guys is, the information's out there. I know that it's hard for everybody to think that, that the tribal council is being hush-hush about everything, but no, they're not. The meeting minutes are being posted, our newsletters being posted on where we're spending the money of the CARES Act. And the iPads and all this the clarity is there. All you have to do is, and unfortunately, if you don't don't have a computer or anything, you can always ask or call here to the tribe, and we can and say, well, I want a newsletter, or or where can I find the minutes, or whatever of that nature. And the tribe isn't going to send them to you, isn't going to not send them to you. You just have to ask, okay? And they'll send you a hard copy of the newsletter, our Numa News, and it's there for you guys. So the clarity is there. It's unfortunate due to this epidemic and the way things are going, and how this virus is spiking again. It's hard for us to have the council meetings like we did in the past. Social distancing, everybody is trying to get on Zoom, and unfortunately, some of the equipment that we have we've been having problems with it, technical difficulties, and getting everybody on the same page. So it's not like we're trying to hide things from the tribal people. It's all there. So if you want any more information on that, just give a call to the front desk and ask them, hey, where can I get this information? And I'm pretty sure we can get this stuff out to you as soon as we can. Okay, that's pretty much the update that we have today for everybody. We're moving as the best we can. We're trying to put everything out there that we can. The clarity is out there. We're not trying to hide anything. Everything's pretty transparent. Numbers are down there. You can find all of that. All you have to do is get online and get on the tribe's website, and it's there. Okay. So, and all that, I just want to thank you guys for your guys' time. And then just say, God bless you all, and stay safe out there. And by the way, you still mask up. People, we still need to mask up. We still need to do that social distancing, and we need to continue using those guidelines that our health clinic put out there to help keep us safe, okay? Well, thank you, and God bless you again. Bye-bye.